Hey guys, it is chapter 8, would be day 8 of the 31 day Proverbs challenge. So we'll get right into the scripture here. Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? She standeth in the top of high places, by the way, in the places of the paths. She crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing froward or perverse in them. They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge. Receive my instruction, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out knowledge of witty inventions. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the froward mouth do I hate. Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I am understanding, I have strength. By me kings reign, and princes decree justice. By me princes rule, and nobles, even all the judges of the earth. I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Riches and honor are with me, yea, durable riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. I lead in the ways of righteousness, in the midst of the paths of judgment, that I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, and I will fill their treasures. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his ways, before his works of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. When there were no depths, I was brought forth, when there were no fountains abounding with water. Before the mountains were settled, before the hills was I brought forth. While as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth. When he established the clouds above. When he strengthened the fountains of the deep. When he gave to the sea his decree, that the waters should not pass his commandment. When he appointed the foundations of the earth, then I was by him, as one brought up with him, and as I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him, rejoicing in the habitable part of his earth, and my delights were with the sons of men. Now therefore hearken unto me, O ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways. Hear instruction, and be wise, refuse it not. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. Wow. Now let me get the commentaries on that. Okay, so I'm using again the BibleStudies.org commentary on here. And we start with verse 1. It says, Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? She standeth in the top of high places, by the way, in the places of the paths, and she crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. Our commentary says, with wisdom with nothing to hide is available to everyone, being found in the most prominent of public places. Here again, we are told that wisdom is available, but it will not just drop out of the sky and force itself upon us. We must want wisdom and pray for it if we're to receive it. It is always there and always available. To get wisdom, we must activate our will to receive it. This wisdom is not hiding and coming out at night as the harlot and the foolish man. The openness and public exposure of wisdom contrasts with the secrecy and intrigues of the wicked adulterers in chapter 7. Just as Christianity is for all, so is wisdom and knowledge. That is what I believe is meant by the gates and the entering of the gates. Now, verse number 6 says, Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and in the opening of my lips shall be right things. We see over and over in the Bible instructions for us to hear. This has to do with our receiving down into our inner being. When we open our inner ears up to the things of God, we shall grow in understanding, for He is truth. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness and abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness, and there is nothing froward or perverse in them. We see again, this is commentary, that was verses 7. We see again from this that wisdom is absolute truth. Those who are wise speak nothing but absolute truth. Anything but truth is abomination, which means that is displeasing to God. The words in my mouth never mind. Righteousness, we have said so many times before, means right standing with God. It is better to have our mouth filled with words He has given us to say. And I have been talking to my boys, and we even talked this morning in our discussion about reading the Word and getting it in on our hearts and getting it in on good ground, because what you put in is what's going to come out. And we have to protect ourselves even from the things that we don't realize. And I use the example for music. I absolutely love all different kinds of music. Music moves the soul. It does, and it plays an important part. And even so, in the Bible, David played the harp, and there's going to be a trumpet sound, and with that, music is a big thing. And now, I may offend some, but I listen to Christian music, and that's the only music I want in, because I want good things going into my heart. I don't want anything that maybe has to do with cheating or lying or stealing or anything like that, because whether you realize it or not, those things are getting into your soul and your inner being. And I don't want to find myself desensitized to things that are not pleasing to God. And I feel like that's between the media, with the TVs, and I'm talking about the TV shows that are on now. I don't even really ever watch TV. It wouldn't hurt my feelings not to even have it. Just because there's nothing that's really uplifting much to God anymore, and it's always those that are maybe cheating or just adultery, lying, stealing, fornicating. That's not the kind of stuff that I want in my spirit, and that's not the kind of stuff that I want to see. And I don't want to justify to my children that that's okay, because it is not. And verse 7 in here says, For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness, and there's nothing froward or perverse in them. We've got to guard our hearts. We need to read this word that we have been given. It's our instruction manual, and we need to speak it out loud. When I'm reading this, I'm reading it out loud. You know what? I am seeing this with my eyes. I am saying this with my mouth, and I am hearing this with my ears. So, as I've said before, once you see something, you can't unsee it. Once you say something, you can't unsay it. Once you hear something, you can't unhear it. That's just the truth. I mean, absolutely, you cannot. Once you've seen something, you just can't unsee it anymore. It's there. That vision, that visual is there. Once you say something, those words, you can't take those back. You can apologize about those words all day long, but those words have still been heard. So we got to guard ourselves, and we've got to guard our hearts. We've got to be ready for the spiritual things of this world. And we don't need garbage going in. We need the wisdom of God. We need the wisdom of His Word. We need the understanding of His Word. And we need to learn love and return love. They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge. The one who applies his mind to the wisdom of God will understand and gain moral knowledge in the insight and recognize the truth. Receive my instruction, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. This is just saying how much better it is to go for wisdom than things of this world. And knowledge is better than searching for gold. Things of this world are not to be even compared with knowledge and the wisdom of God. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. I know I've just stressed so much that we have to get this in. We have to get this on good ground. We've never had a problem in our country where we could not read our Bibles, and I'm just about pretty sure everybody that I know as a friend or family member probably has more than one Bible in their home. I have been guilty of not picking it up and reading it, of not knowing what's in here, of not knowing what my promises are from God, of not knowing and having the knowledge and understanding and discerning of the things that are coming our way, in the things that I need to be teaching my children. I have one that's almost 16, and I have a 13-year-old. And then a little over 2 years, my oldest one can say, Mom, I don't want to be here no more, and can leave. I have to make every day count. I have to make every moment count. I have to teach them, and I have to train them up, because it does say that if you train up a child in the way that it should go, when they're old, they'll not depart. Parents, we have just a little time with our children. I don't care. Maybe yours is a baby. Maybe yours is 4 or 5 years old. It's our job to teach them. It's our job to lead them. They are looking to us for guidance, and they are looking to us for that knowledge and wisdom. We need to point them to where it's at. We need to point them to the Bible. We need to tell them about Jesus. We need to pray with them. And when we read this word to them, or they read it, is there anything you don't understand? Is there any part of it that you don't get? Well, if so, then we need to dig deeper. We need to get knowledge, and we need to get wisdom and understanding. Love you guys. More importantly, Jesus loves you.